Hey, good morning, guys. Can you hear me? Can someone confirm, please? Yeah, Krishnakant, or can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let me share the screen. Cool. So hope my screen is visible. Take it here. Yeah. So the last class, when I was explaining about the demo, I explained what are the things we are going to cover. Okay. So where like the basic elements. First, you will be focusing on the dev environment, then we will get started with the core job. Okay, this is what I explained, like as the first class, to make it simple. So first we'll ensure that what are the things it's required, uh, the softwares are required to continue this course. We'll try to install the required softwares. So most of the things it is installed in my machine. So once again, just I'll show you that here. So I'll show you that once again. Yeah, yeah. I'll show you that what are the things it's required. But once again, I'll show you that here. The first thing is you ensure that JDK is installed in your machine. So JDK, you take the latest version, whatever it is available, the latest version, you can take it here. So if you take the JDK, the latest version is of 21. You can go to the JDK download. Just you say that here JDK download, which will take you to this is our Aquila official site. You choose your the JDK 21, depends on the operating system, either Linux or Mac or Windows, what you are using. You select that operating system. Then you download the JDK, you download that here. In case of the Windows, directly you get the executable file. You take this executable file and try to install that. In case of the Mac, you select the what operating system you are using. So like no, whether it is you are using the Intel chip or M3 chip, what is that depends on that. You download the version. So then you can install that here. Okay, this is the place where you would be downloading your JDK. We are going to download it here. So just let me put it this link here. I'm going to copy this here. This is a place where you can download the JDK you are going to download. Once you are done with this JDK downloads, now you can open your terminal. Okay, open the terminal. You just type there whether you have Java or not, Java hyphen version. You just type that here, which should give the what is the JDK version. It should give that here. JDK. Okay, JDK. I'm using the version is JDK 21. I'm giving here. Okay, JDK 21. So this is the latest version which is installed on my machine. Okay, just you execute the one more command called the Java C, which is the Java compiler. We are going to give the Java compiler, Java C compiler Java C stands for the Java compiler. What is it that Java compiler? Just you check the Java compiler version, you check that here. Okay, if this both the commands are executed successfully, then that means you have Java installed properly. Java C, our first command is a Java C, Java version. So which we can see this here. What is the JDK version? Currently it is installed. It is installed the 21. So this is a way you can ensure that your JDK is installed properly. JDK is installed properly. So now here, in order to check whether Java is working or not, we can use the another command called the JShell. JShell is the command. You can use that here, where it will open the interactive way. It is going to open. So you can type this some mathematical expression, 3 plus 5, how much? And here we are going to print the some system.out. We are going to print ln. I'll be saying it as a hello. Okay, just we will be saying it as a hello. We are going to say that here. So you are going to enter, which is going to print the hello. So to ensure that my JDK installation is proper and things are working. So these are the different ways we can do that here. So just I'm going to say that here, quit. So I think /exit. Okay, goodbye. It is saying that here you are coming out of that. So these are the things like minimum JDK 8 from like the JDK 21. Anything if it is already installed in your machine, don't worry. You be with that version. If it is not installed, like you can install. If it's your personal machine, you can. If it is installed the old version, so you can upgrade to the JDK 21. You can upgrade that here. Like in the 21, what are the new features are added? So those things we'll be discussing, and we are going to work with the JDK 21. We are working. Anyhow, you are learning the first time. Start with the latest version. So need not to go to the old versions and do the new features, whatever it is added. You will not know, you cannot use it in the old versions. Okay, that's one reason you install the latest version, JDK 21, you install. Once you are done with that, the first thing. The second thing is we are going to install the IDE, integrated development environment. This is the integrated development environment. We would be using the IntelliJ IDE. We are going to use it here. Okay, IntelliJ IDE we are going to use it here. So yeah, go ahead, please. Somebody microphone is on. Do you have any questions? I'm going to put you on. Okay, cool. Okay, here we are going to download the next one is IDE. This is a IntelliJ IDE. IntelliJ IDEA. So just we are going to take that here. Okay, IntelliJ IDEA download, where you can go here and you see this here. This is what IntelliJ IDEA. So where you have IntelliJ IDEA Ultimate, and then if you scroll further, you will find the IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition you are having here. So you select the Community Edition, it's a free. And the IntelliJ IDEA only it is 30 days, it is a free, and later we have to we have to pay for that. So we need to register and we have to pay the amount. And then the IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition, this is good enough for us to learn the Java and to develop the even enterprise applications also. This Community Edition is good enough. So what do you need to do that here? You download this Community Edition. Just depends on your operating system. It is going to select the it will identify that what is your operating system. Based on that, it is going to show you that here. So download option. So this is a place where we are going to downloads. This is what it is getting here. Automatically, it is recognizing my operating system. It is saying that Mac. In your case, you will get the Windows, or in case of Windows, you will get the Windows. We'll get the option. We'll get it here. Suppose if I'm selecting the Windows, which is going to give the directly exe file, it is going to give it here. You download and install. In case of Linux, it is going to give the tar.gz file. It's going to give it here. So here we are going to select the, what is, depends on your operating system, automatically it will suggest you that what is the version. And I would say that here, you just download the IntelliJ Community Edition. Don't download the IntelliJ Community Edition, you download IntelliJ Community Edition. And this Community Edition, the link I'm going to, this is the link which we can add it here. This is a place where we are going to add this here. Okay, I'm adding this is a link. You're right. So these are the two things we are going to install it here. Okay, once you're done with the installation of the IntelliJ IDE, so then how to create a project will I'll show you that here. The next one is another thing is important thing is Git Bash. Git Bash we are going to download it here. Okay, Git Bash we want to learn, or Git we want to learn, you want to install the Git. So to install the Git, just you type the here Git download, Git Bash download. So where we are going to say that as a Git. And here you can choose the what is the operating system you are using here. Depends on your operating system, you can choose the Git and download and you install that here. This is another one you are going to install here. Copy. Okay, this is the one, just we are going to install the Git, we are going to install. These all installations are very simple and straightforward. There is nothing like you have to do. Just you follow the installation wizard, whatever it is suggesting, you keep it everything default and you install that. Then one more is we are going to install the Maven, we are going to install it here. There is another thing is called the Maven. Maven, we are going to install it here. This Maven, if you are using the Windows and other operating system, this is the Maven. Okay. So when you're taking the Maven, first thing is you ensure that whether Maven is installed in your machine or not by using the MEN-version. We are going to say that here, which will say that here, hey, Apache Maven is installed in my case. So the home view, this is the place where it is installed. Suppose when you type this command, if you get its unknown version, then you are going to download and we are going to install that here. Okay, in case of the Mac, Maven install using Brew. So you just type this here, like there is how to install Maven and Brew. You will get a lot of help in online. You can select this is the person who explained that here. So how you are going to install the Brew, install Maven. And Maven version, you can just say that here. You install this, and then you are going to say that here. Maven version, you would be saying that here. In case of the Mac, this is the way you would be installing here. This is a copy this here, and then we are going to just take that here in the terminal. Just you are going to say that here. What is the Maven version? You will be saying that here. Yeah, and it may take the latest version. In our case, if you are taking the here Brew install Maven, when you do this here, it may take the latest version. And the latest version is Maven is 3.9.6 is the latest version. So this is another thing we are going to install it here. If in case of the Windows, okay, just we are going to Maven download, we are going to say that here. So Maven download, when you are taking here, this is a place where you are going to get the gzip file, we are going to get it here. Zip file or zip file we are going to download. Then you will extract the zip file, and this we are going to add to the class path. You will be adding that here. Okay, this is the zip file. You are going to download the zip file. You are going to download. Once you download the zip file, then this zip file you will be extracting, and we are going to add in the environment variables. You will be adding the Maven home. Where is your Maven, and like how to set the Maven path. So you will be setting that path. You are going to set that here. Okay. So if you're not using the Mac, if it is a Windows machine, you download this. From here, you are going to download the Maven. You are going to download. You're going to download the Maven, you're going to download, you extract the zip file, then finally you're going to set this path in your, like now here we are going to set it in a path variable, or we can say it as a Maven underscore home. You will be giving the what is the Maven home. Okay, then in case of the path variable, you are going to append the Maven home, you are going to append that here. Maven underscore home in the environment variables, you will be creating the where is the Maven is installed, and the path we are going to say that here. The Maven home plus you are going to add the bin directory, you would be adding that here. So this is what we need to do that here. If somebody machine, if it's not installed, this all the softwares, like if you are ready to share your screen so that I can show you that here, how to install this all the softwares and how we are going to use it here. I can explain. I can show you that, or I'll make you people to do that. Does anyone wants to share your screen and install the softwares? If it is already installed, it's well and good. There is no point in discussing about these things. Can someone respond, please? If it is already installed in your system, because it is already installed in my machine, so all these things it has been installed. That's the reason I'm unable to show that. Like once again, uninstalling and installing it, it would take some more time. Is it installed on your everybody's machine?
I have installed IntelliJ IDE.
Okay, fine, good. Okay. Others, please.
I have this installed in mine as well.
Okay, you also install. And then everybody, if it's installed, then there is no point in discussing about the installation process. Like these are the things you can install that here. Okay, first thing is, how do you ensure that my dev environment is proper or not? To check that here, first we are going to check with the Java. What we can do here is, we are going to open the terminal. Okay, I'm going to open the terminal. I'm going to open. Okay, I'm opening the terminal. Okay, this is the terminal I'm opening here. From the command line, I'm going to execute some commands I'm going to execute here. Okay, just let me see. Let's okay here. Here I'm going to create a mkdir, or we are going to create it as this is our PWD, present working PWD. I'm going to select it here. So cd document. Okay, document, I'm going to document directory, I'm going here. And this is a place where I'm going to create one folder, I'm going to create it here. Okay, mkdir, make a directory. Mkdir is a creating directory. And this directory name is, I'm going to say it as a hello world Java. I'm going to say that here. Some name I'm going to give it here. There is need not to be a hello world Java. cd hello world, I'm going to change the directory. If I'm seeing here, presently I'm in this users. This is a hello world Java I'm in. Okay, let's build. If you look at here, ls, we don't have any files here. ls is we don't have any files here. So now what we can do here is, okay, here if you look at here, there is a document, and here we created one new folder we created here, hello world Java. We don't have anything, empty. So this is what we did from the command prompt. Instead of right clicking and creating the new folder, we did that by using the mkdir. Mkdir, we are making a directory. We change the directory to the hello world. In order to create a Java file, you would be using the touch. I'll be saying it as a hello world.java. I'm going to create one file. I'm going to create it here, hello world.touch. Touch command, we are going to use it here, touch hello world.java, which is going to create a Java file. It's going to create it here. If we are using the Windows machine, same thing you can do that by using the copy con. Okay, copy con, you will be saying it as a hello world.java. Okay, this is nothing but you are creating a one Java file. Okay, here wherever you created this directory, we are creating a one Java file you are creating here. If you are not familiar with the command prompt, don't worry. So here we can okay, what you can do here is you can open the one text editor. You can take the one text editor, you can take it here, and this text editor we can save it as a okay. This is a file we are going to the text editor, we are going to take it here, Control S, and title. We are going to set as a sum, we are going to set that here, Control S. Okay, this is a file. Then text editor, we are going to save that as a file. You can save this file. Okay, what is the name you want to give it here? You can put it in a specific directory. Okay, hello world. Okay, here in the documents, we created a new folder called the Hello World Java. Inside that, we can put that text file. Okay, what is that format you want? You can create it here. So instead of that, like command doing in a command prompt is much easier. So that's the reason just I have taken from the command prompt, I use the command called the touch Hello World Java. I did that here. So which is created the documents if I'm going here. Okay, here Hello World Java. Inside that it's created a one Java file. It's created where I can open with the text editor. I'm going to open that here. This is what text editor it is open. Now where I can write my first Java example, I can write it here. Okay, in order to write the first Java example, okay, edit font. I am going to take it here. Show fonts. I'm going to increase my font size to the 18. I'm going to make it here. So yeah, now I increase the font size is 18 or 24. That's fine. So just we are going to close this here. Here we are going to write a first example. I'm writing here public class hello world. Okay, what is the name of the file? Your class name must be the same name. We are going to give it here. Here we are writing a public. Then the main method signature in Java is, this is what? Public static void main string array args. This is what main method signature is, and we are going to close that here. Okay, whenever you are writing the class, you would be taking the public class. What is the name of your class? And open the curly brace, close the curly brace, and this is your main method signature. And whatever message you want to print it here, you would be printing by using the system.out.println, where I am going to say it as a welcome to Java world. Welcome to Java world. Welcome to Java world. We are going to say that here, and we are going to close this here. So this is what, just these programs, we don't know what is this main method and all these things here. To ensure that our development environment is ready, and to check that in our dev environment, we are writing a simple Java class we are writing here. The Java files will be saved with the .java extension. And we are writing a one class. Inside that, we have written a main method. And we are printing a one message saying that system.out.println, welcome to Java world. Now you save this file. You are going to save this file you are saving here. Now go to the command prompt. And if you look at here ls, you have a hello world.java. This hello world.java, which is written in a high level language, which is like English. It is written in English. This needs to be converted into the what machine can understand. Okay, it needs to be converted into the what machine can understand. Then what we will be doing here is we are going to compile this program. Java C stands for the Java compiler. I would be saying it as a hello world.java. And when you compile, if there is no syntax errors, then it is going to generate, if on successful compilation, it generates the one .class file. This .class file contains the bytecode instructions. And now here, to run this .class file, you would be using the command called the Java hello world. We are going to say that here execute, and which is printed the message called the welcome to Java world. So first thing is what we have done that here. Let me explain once again here. You create a one file, and this file name is, you give it as a hello world.java. You create a one file and which you name it as a hello world.java. And inside this file, you are going to open with the notepad or whatever the ID you are having here, you are going to open public class. The name of the class is hello world. Okay, this is the name of the class is hello world. We are going to say that here. You open this is a class beginning, this is a class end. Now here we are going to write a main method you are writing here. The Java main method signature is this: public static void main string array args. This is the main method signature, and you are going to close the main method. You are closing here. This is the opening of the main method. This is the closing of the main method you are doing here. The class can have any number of methods, but currently we are writing only one method you have written. In between, what are the code you want to do that here? Whatever you want to print message or you want to do the competitions, you would be writing here. Here, to make it simple, system is a class. Out println, I'm going to do this here, where I'm going to print the message. Welcome to Java world. Welcome to Java world. We are going to say that here. You close this and so now I have written in my Java program. This is we have written in a high level language. Like in order to convert this into the mission understandable language, we would be using the command called the Java C. Java compiler, hello world.java. The moment I compile this program, it will generate a intermediate file. It is going to generate this intermediate file. Again, I need to execute. In order to execute that, I'm going to start the Java runtime environment by using the hello world. There is no class, nothing is required here. The moment you compile, it will generate a .class file. So the moment unsuccessful compilation, it will generate a hello world.class file. It is going to generate here. This .class file you can run by using the command called the Java hello world. Need not to give the .class extension. Here we need to give the .java extension. When you are running this program, you are saying that here Java hello world, you will be saying that. This is the way you can execute your Java program. You can execute from the command line. If it works fine, then that means your JDK installation is proper. There is no issues. Okay, one more example. We will do that here. How do you do that? One more example. Now let me save this file. I'm going to create one new file. I'm going to create it here. I'm creating the new file. I'm creating here. This new file, once I create it here, and where I'm going to set as a font size is, I'm going to make it as a 24. This is a class name is public class. Okay, public. I'm going to set as a class. You will be saying it as a sum of two numbers. Sum of two numbers. I'm writing one more program, sum of two numbers I'm writing here, and you close this here. And this is what I'm saying it as a public. And you are going to save this file. Let me close this here. I'm going to save this file, save. I'm going to save this file in the documents hello world.java. Here we are going to save it as the sum of two numbers.java. I'm going to save this file. Sum of two numbers.java. I'm going to save this here. Okay, there is a problem. Okay, it is saved it as a rich text format. It is saved here. We don't want to save that here. Okay, just we are going to rename in the double quotes. I'm going to avoid that here. Use Java. I'm going to say that here. Okay, now it is saved with the .java extension. It is saved. Cool. Now here I'm going to take this file. Okay, here we are going to open this with the text edit. So which is saying it as a public class sum of two numbers. I'm saying here. Then we are going to write a main method. This is the main method I'm writing here. To write the main method, this is a signature. Public static void main string array as a args. And here we are going to say it as a string array as args. You are saying here. Here we need to find the sum of two numbers. What I'm doing here, into number equal to number 1 equal to, we will be taking it as a 10. And we are taking the int number 2 equal to, you will be taking it as a 20. And then here we are taking the int sum equal to, I want to add the number 1 plus number 2. I'm adding the number 1 plus number 2. Then finally we are going to print the result. System.out.println. System is a S is a capital, this is a class. .out.println is a method where we are saying that here the sum of, we are going to say it as a number 1 plus, okay, and you are going to say it as a number 2 plus is, we are going to display the sum value. I'm going to display here. Here we are writing here the sum of the value at the number 1 and value at the number 2 is, we are going to print it as a, what is the result we will be printing here. We save this file. I'm going to save this file. Okay. File, save, I'm going to do this here. I'm going to save this here. Okay, why this is a RTF format, it's opening here. Still I did not get this here. Okay, it should be a Java file. Some reason it is opened with the, it should be not RTF, it should be a Java. Okay, use the Java extension, we are going to use it here. Now, if I open this file, text editor, this is what it is going to show that here. The system.out.println, we will be doing that here. Now, next thing is what you are doing here is, you go to the command prompt, you do the Java C, the sum of 2 numbers, .java, I'm going to do that here. There is a lot of errors are there. Okay, there are a lot of errors are there. So here we are going to fix that errors, we are fixing here. Okay, here it has taken the this was causing the problem. Even though we saved this file with the automatically it's saving, that is a RTF format. The moment I open this in, it is going to open in RTF format. It's going to open that here. Okay, I'll do one thing. RM, move. I'm going to say it as a sum of 2 numbers .rtf to the sum of 2 numbers .java. Okay, ls I'm going to do this here. Now it is, we are just renaming this file to the RT. This is a file which I did it as a, what we did was here, just we change the type, we changed here. Then we are going to open with the text editor, we are going to open. Some reason this is taking the RTF format, it's taking here. Cool. Automatically it is renaming to the moment I open here, it is going to take. Okay, I'll do one thing. Move to trash. No worries. So from the command line, I'm going to create it here. Okay. Touch. So this is the sum of 2 numbers .java. So that it will be created, the file will be created with the .java extension it is going to create. Now we will not have any problem. It won't open with the cancel. We close this here. I should be opening with the text editor. I'm going to open here. Not text editor, text edit I'm doing here. It is taking the Java format, it's taking here. How are you going to write this here? Format, font show. So here we are going to say that 24 is the size I'm setting here. Just I'm going to close this here. Where you are going to write it as a public class, and sum of 2 numbers. I'm saying it as a sum of 2 numbers. I'm saying here, you are going to close this here. This is a public. Okay, then we are writing the main method. We are going to write it here. Public static. Let me. Public static. Void main. We are taking the main method. This is what we are taking here. Ops. You close this here, and we are going to close this here. This is a place where we would be saying that as a int number 1 equal to 10, int number 2 equal to 20, and I want to add the number 1 plus number 2. Sum equal to number 1 plus value at the number 1 and value at the number 2 we are adding here. Finally, we are displaying the result system.out.println. The sum of, okay, the plus the value at the number 1 plus and value at the number 2 plus is the value at the sum value. We are going to print it here and you add this here. The sum of whatever our message, you are going to put it in a double quotes, and plus you are adding this number to this text, and then number 2 value at the number 2 plus you are going to add the is, and then finally you are adding the sum value you are adding here. You save this program, file, Control S, you do that here. Now go to the terminal. Here, if you look at here, ls, you have a 2 files you are having here. Now I am going to do this here, Java C, the sum of 2 numbers.java. If there is no compilation error, it will generate the .class file. There is a .class file, it has been generated. So this .class file, I am going to run the Java sum of 2 numbers, no extension. We are going to say that here. The sum of 10 and 20 is 30. So this is the way you would be executing the command line, your programs you are going to execute. Now, the same thing, if you want to do it by using the IDE, whether my IDE is working or not, to check that here, whatever the IDE you install, you open that here. IntelliJ IDE you are going to open. This will open you with the project it is opening now. So generally, when you are opening the first time, it won't open any projects or anything here. By default, it is going to open you the different things it is going to open. Like, let me take this here. In this case, I have created already projects I created. It is coming all these options it's getting here. Let me close these projects. Okay, open the project, or we are going to set as a new project. I'm going to create one new project I'm creating here. This is what it appears for you. Here, this is a new project. I'm going to select it as a new project I'm selecting here. Okay, where you can say that as your project name. So this is a Hello World PROJ. I'm going to give it here. Hello World project I'm saying here. And this is the default location, whatever it is there, you keep it here. And you select the Git. There's no problem. Don't worry about that here. And Maven, everything is, you keep it as a default. No need to make any modification. This is a Java project. This is a Maven project. Okay, so then I'm going to say it as a create. Whether should it open in this window or new window, I'm going to say it as a new window. I'm going to say that here. This is a one simple project. It is going to be created here. The Maven project it is created. Now here we have a src main Java. Inside the Java, you create a one simple package you created here. This package name is, we are going to say it as a com.careerit. We are going to say it as a CJ core Java, and I will be saying it as a day 1. We are creating one package name I'm creating here. This package name is nothing but the folder we are creating here, com.careerit. This is a com.careerit. It's a reverse of your domain name. CJ stands for the core Java day 1. Something I'm taking here. And or we can say it as a refactor rename. I'll be saying that as basics. Okay, I'm creating the basics I'm creating here. Now this is a place where we are going to write a one Java class I'm writing here. This Java class name is, I will be saying it as a hello world. This will create a one class for us, and where we want to write a main method. When you're writing the main method, just you type the main, which is going to add the main method for you. And here we are printing the system.out.println hello world. Now, once you run this here, which would be printing the hello world message, it's printing here. So that means my ID is also working fine. There is no issue. Now here we are going to create a one more new class. I'm creating Java class, sum of 2 numbers. Okay, sum of 2 numbers. I'm going to do that here. This is a place where we are going to add a main method I'm adding here. And here we are going to take it as the int number 1 equal to, I'm going to take it as a 10. Int number 2 equal to 20, sum equal to number 1 plus number 2. Then finally we are going to print the sum of number 1 and number 2 is the sum value. We are going to print it here. So once you have done that here, just you go and execute this here, which should be printing the output as the sum of 10 and 20 is 30. It's going to print it here. If you are writing the another example, new class, Java class, I'm writing here, multiplication of the table. Of table. Okay, just you are going to say it as a multiplication of the table you are taking here. This is a place where you are going to take it as a main method I am writing here. Now int number equal to, I am going to take the 19th table I am taking here. I want to print the 19th table, I want to print it here. For I'm running a loop. For I equal to 1 to I less than or equal to 10 times and I plus plus, and I'm going to print the 19th table I'm printing here. Number into I value is a 1 and 1 into 19. Next time I value is a 2, 2 into 19. So like this, we are going to run the loop and finally we will be printing the 19th table. Okay, with this we can say that here, like our IDE installation is a proper and IDE is also working. Like this is what we can conclude that here. This is what we can conclude that here. So my IDE is working, my command line is working. So my dev environment is almost ready. You can say that here. The next one is if you are taking here JIT. I asked you people to install the JIT. Okay, what is this JIT is? Like what are the source code you have developed? What are the source code you have developed? End of the day, we need to put it in a one. You need to put it in a cloud service, or we need to put it in some common place where others can access, and at the same time, you yourself can access. So the commonly used the version control systems are Git. So the cloud services are, there is a two services are mainly used. One is a Bitbucket, another one is a GitHub. So you guys can create a one account in the GitHub. Okay, just you type here github.com. Here you create a one account. You create a one account with the GitHub account. You create a one GitHub account. You create a one GitHub account. You create it here. So ensure that after installing the Git, you created the one GitHub account. You are going to create it here. Okay. So go to the http github.com. You create a one GitHub account. And what are the projects we created here? We will be pushing to your GitHub account. We are going to push that here. Okay, you are going to push to the GitHub account. You are going to push it here. Suppose in my case, already I have an account and I created here. So if I want to push this project Hello World PROJ to my cloud service, my cloud GitHub, if I want to push that here, I'm going to create one new project I'm creating here. So Hello World PROJ. Project I'm going to create it here. This is a public repository, create a GitHub repository. I created the GitHub repository. Now I want to push this code to this remote repository. I want to push that here. What I can do here is you go here. We are going to select the this is a project we are selecting here. Now you can open in a terminal, you can open here. Open in a terminal, you can do that here. Like what are the basic commands they are saying that here, we are going to execute that here. First, we are going to say it as a first command, we are going to say it as a git init. Git init, we are going to initialize. Git init, we are initializing that here. Git status, I am going to check that here. Okay, these are the files which we want to add it here. Okay, these are the files which we have here. Okay, now next command, what they are saying is that here, you can add all your files to the GitHub, you can add it here. For that, git add current directory, all the files you are adding here. Git commit -m added first Git project, added first, added Hello World project, we are going to say that here. Now here we added the Hello World project, we added here. Hello World project we added here. Okay, some of these things we shouldn't be pushing into the GitHub. We shouldn't be pushing that here. By accidentally it is added here. That's okay, don't worry. Once you created a git commit minus m hello world project we added here, then the next thing we are going to do that here is you just follow this command. Git branch, you are going to say it as a minus m. Main branch, you are going to create it here. Once you create that here, then we are going to say it as a git push. Remote, you are going to push that here. Okay, remote repository, we are going to push that here, and we are going to say that as a git push minus u origin main, we are going to say that here. This is a place, once the code will be pushed to the your main, your remote repository, it is going to push that here. If I refresh this here, I'm going to get my project I'm getting here. You can see here, what are the examples I have done that here, it is available here. So now going forward, whenever I create examples, whenever I push that examples, the project will be pushed to the GitHub repository, link will be shared. End of the class, every day I will be pushing the code, and to sync with the remote repository, you are going to pull the code and you will ensure that in your local machine, you are having the same code for your reference. So whenever you are working in the projects, the day one, we are going to work with the Git. Okay, we are going to work with the Git, we are going to work with that. To ensure that whether Git is installed properly or not, just I am showing this example. We will discuss about what is a Git and how to work with the Git. We will discuss that. Okay, here it may ask you whenever you are pushing the code, or it will ask you your credentials. Hey, can you tell me what is your username and what is your password? Then you need to authenticate only, then only it will allow you to push the code. Otherwise, it doesn't allow you to do that. So this, you try that here, then you will encounter that problem and how to get the username and password. What is the password? How to generate the password? You can search it in the net and you figure it out. You create one simple project. You try to push this code to the GitHub repository. You will encounter these are the problems you will encounter, and how to resolve the problems you figure it out. And finally, try to push the first project to your GitHub repository. To do that here, so the first and foremost important thing is you need to install the Git. You are going to install and to register one account in the GitHub account, and you create a project, and they will give you the steps, instructions. They will give you that. By taking that instructions, you are going to push that here. Here we use the basic commands, or these are the commands. Git init, we are initializing. Whenever you are going to add that here, git add dot current directory, all the files. Git commit minus m message. What is the message you want to give that here? You give your message. What is the message you want to give that here? Then we use the command called the git. We are going to add the remote repository to the remote repository we added. And then we did the git push. We are going to do that here. Git push is going to push the code. These are the basic commands we have used. Okay, basic commands you have used. But without commands also we can do that here. Directly you can come here. You can do that here. Git commit and git push. We can do that here. We will discuss that in upcoming sessions. We are going to discuss that here. With this, we can conclude that our dev environment is ready and all the things are working fine. This is what the step one. Before you are coming to the tomorrow's class, you ensure that all your dev environment installations and working with the command line, working with the IDE, and creating the GitHub project and pushing the GitHub code to the GitHub repository. The things are working. You ensure that, and we will be continue from tomorrow. So from the basics, the programming basics, we will be continuing that here. This is what we are going to start. If some things are not clear, don't worry. Don't worry about what exactly it and how it works. We'll have a separate session about that. So some things without knowing, we need to learn, and you have to push that here. Then we'll go and learn about all these concepts. Yeah. Any questions, guys, so far? I'm only speaking. Any questions so far? Any questions? And don't think that we are doing something really very complex thing. It's very, very simple things. And since you are doing the first time, you may feel that no, how to create this project. There will be a slight confusion. You will face that here. Don't worry. You just keep trying that. If you are making 2-3 times mistake, the fourth time definitely you are going to do right. And you remember for long. Yeah. So if nobody has the questions, yeah, I'm done. So we'll connect tomorrow 6 o'clock and we'll continue. Thank you guys and see you tomorrow.